But you see 2 black people and the rest of them are white. There's already drama and controversy. People are already leaving. They're adding new people. Like, it's a whole entire mess.
There was only one person that kept avoiding me. I was trying to make a video with them, or not even trying. I just wanted to like introduce myself and go up to them, but they just like avoided me. Every time we made eye contact, they like would just like look away or walk away.
Boy, don't play with me. You know how it goes. Took it to the O.
Y'all, the Glow House swore up and down they were building the internet's safe space for Gen Z, all about positivity, empowerment, and friendship. But every single time they trend, it's not for positivity, it's for scandals. And honestly, the cracks aren't small anymore. We're talking racism accusations that keep resurfacing, shady collabs with creators fans already canceled, parties that felt more staged than real, and followers dragging their fake positivity that feels more like PR than reality. That's why people say the Glow House isn't glowing anymore. It's crumbling. And today we're unpacking exactly why. From Presley Faith's so-called pattern of racist moments to Samara's desperate PR moves to collabs with Paul Too Real that left fans questioning if the safe space was ever real in the first place. By the end, it won't just be about one scandal. You're gonna see how this whole brand is falling apart piece by piece. But before we even get into the Glow House as a brand, we have to talk about Preslee Faith because her name never comes up without baggage. And fans say it's not just one mistake, it's a pattern that Glow House keeps brushing off. First, the clip. You know the one. Presley lip syncing to a censored slur, looking way too casual about it. The internet never let it slide, and to this day, those videos follow her everywhere.
Realist, give a about a nigga, big Birkin bag.
As long as we got no within
And here's where Glow House itself got dragged. When Aaliyah had her own slur clip exposed, she apologized and then quietly disappeared from the group chat.
This whole situation happened. Video got leaked that I didn't even know existed because it was genuinely that long of a time ago. It doesn't make it okay what I said, and the lesson that I wanted to tell you guys, please learn from my mistakes so you don't have to go through this on your own. Words matter.
But Presley, she was still front and center. In the thumbnails, in the vlogs, being pushed like nothing ever happened. Fans pointed out the double standard right away, saying Glow House had no problem phasing Aaliyah out, but keeping Presley protected because she was one of the chosen ones. It didn't stop there. Presley was also accused of bullying and body shaming Jafia, and instead of addressing it head on, she posted vague, clearing things up videos that fans slammed as dismissive. It felt more like damage control than an apology.
At the end of the day, it's just normal life. Like, we're still teenagers, we're still learning, like, obviously. And I'm not saying that's an excuse for anyone like getting hate about it. Like, that is not an excuse.
So at this point, you've got a slur clip, racist memes, bullying accusations, and favoritism keeping her untouchable. And if Glow House protecting Presley wasn't messy enough, their choice of collabs made things even worse because yes, they actually partnered up with Paul Too Real, who, as y'all know, recently has been tied to scandal after scandal. Recently, another girl came forward with her story from one of Paul's parties, and the details lined up almost exactly with what another girl had already said. At that point, it stops looking like he said, she said, and starts looking like a pattern. She claimed there were drugs being passed around like candy, underage guests being targeted, including Zuza, Paul so drunk he could barely stand, racial slurs flying, and him touching girls in ways that made them uncomfortable.
She hasn't spoken about this because the police could literally get involved. But why the hell are you offering that to her? Anyways, I took her out there and we went to the main party.
And y'all, this is the guy Glow House thought was a good collab? A brand that calls itself positive and safe, linking up with someone accused of making his parties unsafe, messy, and downright predatory? It left fans furious.
So yeah, just like for me, it's like definitely different from like what you guys see like when you're watching my videos, because like off camera like we all hang out and like we do different things, but like it's not all like the same as like what you see, and it's like there's good times and yeah, we've had a lot of amazing memories.
And it's not like these stories were hidden. They were already public, viral, and messy, which makes it even harder to understand why Glow House went through with it. For clout? For numbers? Either way, the message was clear. Safety wasn't their priority. At that point, Glow House didn't just look careless, they looked complicit, because when you collab with someone accused of all that, fans don't see it as just business. They see it as an endorsement. And if their collabs already felt this shady, fans started wondering, what about the events Glow House hosts themselves? Because when fans actually showed up, the safe space they were promised felt more like a cliquey, cold experience. One girl said her sister just wanted a TikTok with Embry. Instead, Embry brushed her off multiple times with, "Hold on, I'll be right back," then disappeared, only to take pictures with other fans right after. Here's how she put it.
My sister really wanted to make a TikTok with Embry, but like she kept like walking away from us. I understand, I get it, she was busy, but the thing is, my sister, we went up to her like 5 different times, and then she was like, "Hold on, I'll be right back, I'll be right back, I'll be right back." And we was here just chilling somewhere. We'll go up there, and she'll be like, "Oh, I gotta go somewhere, I gotta go somewhere." And my sister said, she tried to take a picture with her, but my sister says she ignored her and took a picture with another girl, not my sister, and then she walked off. So it seemed to me like she didn't want to take a picture with my sister, so I was like, you know what? Just leave her, honestly.
One fan even commented, "Always had a bad feeling about Embry and Presley," which made the whole situation feel less like an isolated moment and more like a pattern people had already picked up on. And it wasn't just a few encounters. Multiple guests described the whole vibe as cliquey. Big influencers stuck with each other, and small creators were ignored, and regular fans felt like outsiders. Just check out what these creators had to say about the party.
I did talk to a few people. Most of the people I talked to were super nice. There's only 2 people that gave me like dirty looks when I talked to them, and I was like, okay, whatever. And there was only one person that kept avoiding me. I was trying to make a video with them, or not even trying. I just wanted to like introduce myself and go up to them, but they just like avoided me. Every time we made eye contact, they like would just like look away or walk away. But it's fine. Anyway, again, it was hard to not feel left out because I didn't have a big friend group. And also, I am a smaller creator, so not everyone knew me. So I kind of had to just, like, fend for myself.
And if you're gonna spread positivity, then actually spread positivity. You're gonna have this party for big and small creators, but some of y'all only wanna talk to the big creators and keep yourself in a huddle. People say, "Oh, let's make a TikTok together. Let's post together." Y'all don't want to, and y'all wanna make excuses to go and leave them. "Oh, I will have to do this, I have to do that," and you're not actually doing anything.
And the second these stories started spreading on TikTok, the whole image flipped. Glow House loves to act like they're all about good vibes and making everybody feel included. But what people described from those parties showed the complete opposite. And if the parties themselves felt fake, what does that say about the content Glow House was posting online every day? Every video followed the same formula: bright smiles, clean outfits, perfect lighting, and overly cheerful affirmations. After a while, it stopped feeling authentic and started feeling rehearsed. Instead of showing real struggles or genuine moments, Glow House pushed this polished, problem-free image that nobody could actually relate to. Like this clip here, for instance. And the relatability issue was just as bad. Glow House likes to market themselves as a group of normal teens making content, but scroll through their feed for 5 minutes and it looks more like a luxury ad campaign. Perfectly decorated rooms, endless PR packages, brand trips, non-stop vacations. It doesn't feel relatable, it feels untouchable. Some fans even commented that their content made them feel worse, not inspired. Instead of, "You can do this too," it came across like, "Look what we have that you never will." One user put it bluntly, "Honestly, the Glow House just made me a million times more insecure." And in a Gen Z world where authenticity matters more than ever, that kind of reaction backfired fast. And then there's the sameness. Glow House posts often look like copy-paste, same dances, same angles, same smiles, same everything. Just compare these 2 videos and then tell me what you think. Different creators, but the videos are basically the same. Now, while following trends is normal, fans felt like the house crossed into being a brand machine where individuality didn't exist. The problem is simple. When positivity starts looking like a product, fans stop believing in it. They stop feeling like part of a community and start feeling like they're being sold something. And as much as fans hated the fake positivity, what stung even more was realizing Glow House wasn't even representing everyone in their audience. Because Glow House pushes this image of inclusivity, but when you actually scroll through their content, it's impossible not to notice. The group is almost entirely white. Yes, Lily and Nevaeh were there, both black members, but fans say it feels more like tokenism than real representation. One viral comment summed it up. The way Glow House is centered around a very toxic beauty hierarchy is funny ASL, and they try to hide it with inclusivity. That's not just people being shady. Fans are straight up saying Glow House plays favorites. The whole inclusive image feels more like a cover-up than a real deal. And it matters because young kids are watching this. When they don't see people who look like them being uplifted, it sends the message that Glow House isn't about lifting everybody up. It's about fitting one look and one standard and nothing else. And even beyond race, it's hard not to notice how everything looks identical. As I mentioned earlier, their videos don't show different personalities or styles. It's the same polished look every single time. One fan nailed it with this comment. I swear, I cringe so hard when I see them lip syncing as a big ass group. Like, what do you mean they all look like NPCs and they are the definition of can't look ugly for 2 secs and I feel like they hate each other? P.S. my opinion. It's harsh, but that really is how a lot of people see it. When everyone looks identical, dresses the same, and acts the same, what's the message? Glow House keeps saying be yourself, but the content shows the opposite. It's more like blend in or get pushed out. By this point, Glow House wasn't just facing one-off scandals, it was a pattern that broke people's trust. And the favoritism just made it worse. Preslee Faith stayed front and center no matter how many controversies followed her. Samara got to quietly clear her name with a pinned comment, and then Glow House went and collabed with Paul Too Real like none of those accusations even mattered. To fans, that was the giveaway. All the good energy they pushed online is just for the camera, not how they actually move. The sad part, Glow House could have fixed this. If they had been transparent, owned up to mistakes, and actually celebrated different voices, they might have saved their reputation. But instead, they chose polish over honesty, and once fans saw through it, they decided to move on. So you guys, at this point, the Glow House brand isn't glowing, it's burning out. The scandals, the fake smiles, the shady collabs, it's all stacked too high to hide anymore. And instead of repairing the damage, they've let the cracks spread until the whole thing feels seconds from snapping. Because Glow House doesn't just look messy, it looks finished. And if the pattern keeps going the way it has, we might not be talking about their next era at all. We might be watching their last.